Hello, everyone. This is Brother Benson, and I'm joined here with Makobura. Makobura, habari gani?
Niko salama nashukuru.
Mm.
Mvua tu ndo mingi huku Nairobi,
Eh.
and especially the sides of Kiambu. It's been raining from yesterday actually.
Oh.
Yesterday till late in the morning.
Mm.
Today it's been raining, so there's a lot of jam. Whether you're coming from the sides of the eastern, the southern, or the western side of the republic.
Mm.
Yeah, so that is the situation, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
I thank God.
Hujafikiria kununua gari kwa sababu hizo ni matatizo wenye hawana gari wanapitia.
Actually, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine today, and he was telling me that sometimes in this Nairobi, it is better you have a Toyota Vitz.
Lakini unajua maji inaingia kwa Toyota Vitz. Kuna jana niliona ingine maji iliingilia wakati ambapo
So no, you just avoid the places where when you know you have Toyota Vitz, you avoid whether it is Toyota Vitz or Suzuki Alto. You avoid the mtaro na madaraja na nini, you keep off as a way of protecting yourself so long as you're not being rained on, because the kind of rain that we are seeing in Nairobi, it really if everything was okay,
yeah,
I think that is the best thing that someone should be having. Yeah.
Inafaa ukuwe na kagari kako kadogo kile. Unajua gari ni gari. Kuna wakati nilikuwa nafanya kazi. Kuna siku moja nilikuwa naenda mahali kikazi. Nikaambiwa nikodeshe taxi. Lakini ukiangalia jamaa wa taxi alikuwa na gari ambayo labda hata kama we umeamua kuikodi hauna imani na safari. Imani na safari inamaanisha kuwa unaweza panda gari mwende mkafika pale ambao mnapanda mlima, gari kakataa kupanda, labda mafuta pia unajua, labda gari haina mafuta. Unajua hizi magari zetu ambao wanatumia za taxi ambao zimekaa sana. Na pia ukiangalia mtu ambaye alikuwa anaiendesha, ukiangalia mavazi yake na jinsi maisha yake ilikuwa inakupatia picha tofauti. Na jambo ambalo nilikuja kugundua kwamba hata hao wenye wanaendesha taxi, wale ambao hawana imani na safari yao ama hawana imani na gari zao, wanakuwa ni watu ambao wako na hadithi mingi. Atakuweka na hadithi ili usiwe na mawazo kwamba hii gari hatutafika, ukuwe na imani na safari. So pia wewe unaweza nunua gari kama hilo lakini hauna imani na safari. Bora tu tunaweza sema kwamba Makobura ako na gari.
Nitatafuta ingine inaitwa Suzuki Alto 600cc. Hiyo nasikia, unajua siku hizi hapa Nairobi fuel, a distance. Most people who stay within Nairobi, they stay a distance not of approximately majority 20 kilometers or 30 away from town.
Yeah.
So you find that if you have these small vehicles, the one with small cc, you will realize that one way or two way you'll be using around 250 let me say 300 on transport per day. So you find that with these small vehicles 300 would be one liter and some, maybe half. So it will give you an opportunity of the amount that you'd have used in fare using the taxis or matatu, unaenda kupigana na watu na and then it also comes with some safety and comfort and all those kind of things. So it is a good thought. It is one that can be looked into. The only challenge is the Republic of Kenya. The government is you saw the young man who broke the world record is still being taxed. And the question you're asking is, this is somebody who has gotten the money or whatever he has gotten courtesy of his talent, something that should be recognized and appreciated. You are still taxing someone out of his hard work. That brings a lot of question. Yeah.
That is how Judith nadhani unatuona. Linda Mwananchi is loading, is coming in Meru. Nimeona picha la James Orengo na aliyeng'atuliwa mamlakani Kawira Mwangaza na Othotsi. Meru is loading. So Linda Mwananchi, wale ambao wafuasi wa Linda Mwananchi ambao wako jijini ama kaunti ya Meru, sawa, ngojeni Linda Mwananchi. Edwin Sifuna is on his way to Meru, so very soon we will know kama wataenda, lakini nimeona hizo picha kwamba wanaelekea Meru, so watu wa Meru wasubiri. If you're new in our channel, you can subscribe so that when we go live, YouTube will notify you. Let me check. June Wesley, hello Brenda. Oh, June Wesley anasalimia Brenda. Judith, your talent is being eyed by KRA. Okay, sawa. Marco Bura, you know, each and every time huwa tunazungumzia uhuru wa ya kupata tuseme kwamba habari ama freedom of speech, ile kuzungumza. Swali ambalo limeibuka kuanzia jana ni kwamba Edwin Sifuna leo hii alikuwa nafaa kuwe na mahojiano pale kwa radio fulani, lakini inakaa ni waongozi ama walikaa chini wakasema kwamba hawawezi endelea na mahojiano kulingana na vitu ambazo haziwezi tuseme kwamba vitu ambazo huwezi epuka. Sasa na Edwin ikabidi wamesema sasa wewe hautakuwa na nafasi. Bahati nzuri kulikuwa pia na radio mbili walikuwa wamechukua nafasi hiyo, wakaita Edwin Sifuna kuwe na mazungumzo. Sasa alikuwa Spice FM, kutoka Spice FM akaenda Radio Maisha. Sasa jambo ambalo tunataka tuzungumzie ni what I want us to maybe to have a conversation, and even I want to know your thought, especially when it comes to media space. I know there are some times that media usually always will take stand, especially like the people that they are going to support or people that they think their ideology is lining with them. But remember, according to Edwin Sifuna, these people have been looking for him for quite a long time. And he said that, okay, just give me time. Once my schedule, he's kind of like relieved, or I will give you a date and I can come and talk to you. Then that opportunity, Edwin gives them that, then they end up canceling that. And remember, there are people who wants to know what Sifuna stands for. There are people who are not aligned with him politically, that issues that Sifuna is raising, maybe they could ask questions through that radio. So if you look at it, do you think by stopping somebody or by maybe not letting somebody to come, maybe because from Sifuna it seems like somebody the boss called, whom I don't know. Do you think that one kind of like did not give Kenyans opportunity to interrogate Sifuna, especially those who do not agree with him politically? Because like the radio, people who are listening to radio are people who have different political affiliation. Do you think they denied those people that opportunity? And what does that one mean, especially in a country whereby we say that we have that freedom of speech and freedom of association?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And Judith here is saying wale wamesema hawatasikiza patanisho. Okay, because they cancelled Sifuna's visit. Interesting, but again, I just want to give my opinion based on what the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya says, and of course, what the people are saying or the views of the people. I can categorically put it clear that the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya is very clear. It gives room for people to speak. It gives room for people to express their opinion.
Yeah.
It does not hinder people. So long as you're making your own personal views, and again, ones which are not going against the rights of others, then it is okay. That is why we have the space for the media. That is why, again, one thing I like with this country is people are giving their views. They are not and should not be blocked. And if you try to block them using the mainstream medias, we have quite a number of online media similar to what we are doing here. You see, so denying somebody an opportunity to interact with the people, to give their views, it is actually going against their right. That is number one. Again, it is also going or not naona tukutane. I think this is msimamo. Nauliza hakuna mlango leo huku. Let me share with him.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me just share with him the link so that he can also join and give his opinion. Yeah, so just like I was saying, it is unfair for whether it is state or whoever it is to stop people from getting information, and again to stop people from having a view and also giving their views on what they think, and especially on matters of leadership, because the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, again, is very clear. It clarifies and it talks about the freedom, and people, of course, has a right to question their leaders. While questioning their leaders, they can do so only if they're listening to them through these media platforms. They can question and ask and get clarification on what they want on matters of leadership. And of course, being that Sifuna was one of those people who were elected by majority of Kenyans, and also he is the senator of the capital city, Nairobi County, it is the best opportunity for him to showcase and to clarify to the people what he believes and what he stands for. So to me, that is something which is wrong. And as a country, I think that would mean that we are going backward. We are not respecting the views of the people. We are not respecting first the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. One, of course, that I do say we got it under difficulties after going through a lot. So it has to be respected. There is no alternative there. It has to be given maximum respect. Not just the Constitution, people has to be respected, because the Constitution gives clarification on the same, on to what extent people are supposed to be treated. It is wrong to treat a politician or a Kenyan in the manner in which I'm seeing quite a number of them are being treated, because these are people who have been elected by the people of Kenya. They have space, they need to be questioned. Kenyans do not normally find opportunity to interact with their leaders. The only place they can get clarification or to ask question is through these particular medias. So if they are blocked with no proper reason,
not that they're blocked, but you are denying Kenyans an opportunity to interrogate somebody who has an idea or an agenda. Because, like, when you look at our society, Kenya, we are what we call the pluralistic society, or pluralistic political world, whereby we have very vibrant society where each and every person has their own view, especially when it comes to politics and affiliation. So when I do have a different view, especially me and you, sometimes we might be having a show here, yet we don't share political view. Our political affiliation is quite much different. But I think, like, when you have a platform or a radio station, that is where, like, those who do not share your political view have an opportunity, especially even people of Nairobi, to interrogate you and say that, okay, you say that you stand for this. What are the things that you are offering? Now, what are the solutions? But now, by doing that, you try to deny Kenyans or the people of that area an opportunity to interrogate, not even to interrogate, to know what does it stand for. And again, also, it tells you for some good reason that we've not moved from how we think or how we want to stop the message. We are in a technological world. nobody knew that print media, we have print media, and we have things, stations like FM, radio stations. Nobody knew that in this era, we would have radio stations, especially FM, streaming in the YouTube. Because like people would think that majority of the people, especially, are listening to the radio, but there's quite a number of supporters, especially, or I mean, larger population that listens to the FM stations of these radios through YouTube. So it has come from listening to visual. People are now doing visual come audio. So, and with the access of internet and the knowledge, especially advancement in technology, it spread like bonfire. When people heard it was going to Spice FM, then another thing, we are from Spice FM, we are going to Radio Maisha. And you could see, from the numbers, especially in Spice FM, they were Sifuna was clocking almost like around 7,000 people were watching. Yeah. And if you look at Radio Maisha, it was about 2.5 to around 3,000. Those numbers are not small. Those are big numbers. So I think even if we should learn to tolerate one another. Hata kama mtu anaenda kukulima pale studioni, wacha kulime. We pia ukipata nafasi kuja useme alinilima hapa, lakini haya ndio majibu.
I agree with you, and I think nowadays what we are seeing is so many things are turned into political or viewed in a political manner. Something that should not be happening in this generation or in this era, because we are in a generation. I mean, we are at a point where you cannot deny people from getting the information. You cannot. There's so many platforms. There's so many ways of spreading information in the Republic of Kenya today. The moment you start, actually, Kenyans have gotten to a point where that person that you're trying to deny or to stop from giving their opinion, that is the person that they really want to hear, because it brings the curiosity in their minds that what is it? Why is it that they're being blocked? Why is it that is being stopped? And again, what we've always seen is the level of sympathy among Kenyans. What they will always do is, when you are denied opportunity, when you are being blocked, when you are being mistreated, they will give you a lot of audience, and they would want to actually sympathize with you, to feel the pain or to share the pain with you. Those are some of the characters we've seen within the Republic of Kenya, and I wonder how these politicians or the people in power, I wonder why they're trying to micromanage or partly to stop people from giving their opinions, because to me, it is something that does not make sense. It is something that cannot be stopped. If you remember the comments of Millie Odhiambo, while the comments that she made, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
She has done it twice, and right now, actually,
I've seen another one today as well.
And now, I'm sorry to cut you off. Now, when you look at what is now happening, is now they are bloggers. Like all these politicians, they usually have bloggers.
Yeah.
And now they've escalated it, that thing that Millie Odhiambo is jealous, Millie Odhiambo is old. Now it comes to matter of age. And like, sometimes we have a...
Which, Pato, look at those accusations. Look at the topics of discussion, age or what. Does those really matter to the people of Kenya? What is it that Kenyans are looking for? They're looking for leaders who can deliver, who can, let me just finish my comment on what I was saying before I forget. I was giving you an example that if you look at, for example, the comment of Millie Odhiambo a few days speaking about Sifuna, saying that Sifuna is today the topic of the day, not because Sifuna had the opportunity to get there, no. Not because of what he did, no. It is because it's been mistreated, and part of mistreatment that is getting is actually out of order and should not be receiving this kind of mistreatment. Millie did clarify, Honorable Millie did clarify that she is among those leaders, including Otiende Amolo, Daktari, they were trying to come up with a way of ensuring that they do what we call reconciliation within the ODM party. But what found out was that when they were planning for that, Sifuna never appeared, and the goons who had been sent to deal with Sifuna were probably turned to her. And it's something which is wrong. Look at what she was speaking about, and it is true, because these are part of the things that we've seen. Look at if you see a clip where Dr. Amolo Tiende was speaking some few before this meeting that they had in Mombasa. He was very particular. He was saying that let us come together, let us sort the issues, let us discuss, let us come up with ways of solving our internal problems before we get to a point where things are going to get out of hand. He used to say that. Millie used to say that until the other day when we saw them now unable to do anything. And it seems these were decisions that had been made by the top organ of the party. They had the agenda that they wanted to run with. So this only clarifies the fact that the moment you stop Edwin Sifuna, the moment you stop Babu Owino, the moment you stop James Orengo, you will not succeed. But now that you've brought the comment of Millie Odhiambo, allow me to just give this comment as well. If you see Millie Odhiambo coming out to actually remind the people what has been going on behind the scene, it also tells you that she's not happy and she's not part of the Linda ground. And that very soon you're going to see her in the Linda Mwananchi team.
Okay, all right.
I'm not surprised that I'm seeing quite a number of members of parliament currently. They have seen
the light
where people are. They have seen the light. Majority of them are going to shift. Wait and see.
Okay. All right, Makobura, asante sana. Wacha nisalimie. Ndugu, habari gani kaka?
Nashukuru Mungu, wazima, tumeiona siku. Sijui nyie ndugu zangu hapo studio na nyinyi, wewe na Mark na wale wengine ambao wako upande wa comment section.
Tuko vizuri, hatujaona mabaya.
Nipo nawasikiza. Ili kuona kama kuna cha kuongezea ama cha basi nichangie.
Okay, kabla hujachangia, mimi niko na swali nataka kukuuliza, labda unaweza toa ufafanuzi mzuri ama mara mingi huwa tumependa sana kupiga picha. Labda unapata kuna sehemu za kustarehe, tumepiga picha, tuko sehemu za labda tunapatiana buriani za mwisho kwa wapendwa zetu, tumepiga picha. Vile vile labda kama tuko tu mahali ambapo tunatembea tukaona mazingira ni mazuri sana tukapiga picha. Vile vile unapata kwamba saa zingine pia tunaamua tu siku moja unatoka kwa nyumba umevaa manguo zako rasmi, zile unaona kama hizi ni nguo mzuri zaidi, ukasema leo naenda kutandika picha ile mzuri ya makumbusho. Unadhani huwa ina ujumbe gani kwa yule mtu ambaye ataiona ama kwa wewe?
Unajua kuna mambo mawili, kuna uraibu umefanya kawaida, lakini pia kuna ile kwamba unaweka kumbukumbu. Kuna ile kwamba imekuwa ni kama hobby, yani imekwenda kwamba yani jambo la kawaida. Unajua mwisho wa siku inampumbaza mtu, maana hata kazi zake zitamshinda yeye. Mara kwa mara ni wa kuangalia simu na kujipiga maselfie, na ninajua ikizidi mno lakini kama ni haya matukio, mfano harusi, majanga, ni shida, raha, ni ujumbe ulio pale ni kuweka hifadhi ya kumbukumbu ya kumbukumbu ile ya maisha. Mfano ulikuwa maisha hapa umepanda, ulikuwa hauna gari, sasa una gari. So sometimes napiana pia ule ujumbe wa mtu na jinsi ambavyo yameimarika, ametoka from point A to point Z, ama ni ile kwamba kumbukumbu anahifadhi kwa wale ambao baadaye wataweza kumtazama haswa. Mimi naona kimtazamo wangu.
Asante. Unajua mimi sasa tena nipatia tena sababu fulani ya kuhifadhi kumbukumbu. Hilo ni jambo ambalo sikukuwa nimefikiria sana. Sasa ndaiweka siku moja mtu akiniuliza umuhimu wa kuchukua picha ama kupiga picha, naweza sema kwamba huwa tunapiga kuhifadhi kumbukumbu. Labda siku moja tukishakuwa tukizeeka tunaweza zitoe tuseme enzi hizi. Unajua hizo wakati sasa utakuwa zinaitwa hizi zilikuwa zilizopendwa. Unaona? Zilizopendwa haya. Hivi ndio sisi tulikuwa. Asante sana kakangu kwa hayo. Natumai pia wale ambao wanatutazama na wanatusikiliza wamepata vyema maelezo hayo, na pia hao pia labda kama kuna mtu ambaye ako pale kwa comment section pia anaweza tuambia ni haswa nini sana sana mtu akipiga picha ni kwa nini na inamsaidia vipi na ni unaona, so itakuwa ni vizuri. Kaka, nataka ukuwe wa ufupi wa maneno kidogo. Tumezungumzia hali ambayo yalitokea ambapo kwa Sifuna ambaye alikuwa nafaa kuwe mahojiano fulani, lakini baadaye akaambiwa kwamba kwa zile vitu ambazo hatuwezi ziepuka, mahojiano yako haiwezi tekelezwa leo. Tunasema pole na unaona, then baadaye tukaona akapata nafasi kuwa na mahojiano mawili kwa mpigo. Labda kama tu Mkenya, ukiangalia hizi taswira mbili, kuna ile ambayo amepata mahojiano mbili kwa mpigo na kuna ile ambayo labda alikuwa ameambiwa la hakutawezekana kwa sababu labda kuna jambo ambalo linataka kutokea. Labda hili wewe mwenyewe unaitafsiri aje tu kama Mkenya tu ambayo labda habari kama hizi zimemfikia?
Mambo yake. Punguza sauti. Kila kituo kina mambo yake na sababu na mwongozo wake. Huenda pengine umeona kwa muda ule ambao pengine wangehojiana, kuna masuala ambayo yamewakabili na wakaona labda pengine wasitishe kwa nia swafi. Kwa hivyo hatuwezi walaumu kwa sababu wameangalia pengine muda wao. Unaonana pengine kuna jambo ambalo pengine lilikuwa litaweza kunitafiliana pale. Kwa hivyo wakaona kama kituo basi wasitapisha so mahojiano yale in good faith, but inakuwa mbaya pale pengine itakuwa sasa labda pengine wamepokea sauti kutoka mahali nyingine kwamba hapana, hiyo kitu mstopishe, mnamzungumze mtakavyo, tutawasikiza, lakini tuhakikishe kwamba hilo jambo halijapita. Sasa likija katika hiyo hali, basi watakuwa wanaturegesha nyuma kule ambako baadhi ya viongozi wetu wale wameenda na wale tumejaliwa tuko nao waliweza kupigania uhuru wa kuweza kujieleza, so na uhuru wa vyombo vya habari. Kwa hivyo
nimekupoteza. Okay. Asante sana ndugu yangu amezungumza pale hususan kuhusiana na uhuru wa vyombo vya habari. Hiyo kauli ni jambo ambalo watu wamezungumzia sana, lakini Sifuna pia alipata bahati ya kuzungumzia. Pia alizungumzia tu hilo ambalo mnasema kwamba uhuru za vyombo vya habari na vitu kama hizo. Na jambo pia ambalo pia tulisema kwamba dunia imebadilika na mfumo ambayo lipo saizi ni kwamba ikikuja katika masuala ya siasa, kuna inaweza sema kwamba kuna radio stations ama stations mingi za redio ambao ziko wazi kupatiana watu nafasi kuzungumzia yale uongozi na siasa za nchi. So labda unaweza dhani ukifanya hivyo utakuwa umefanya kwamba yale alikuwa anataka kusema haijafikia wananchi, lakini sasa ikafikia wananchi zaidi kwa sababu walipata karibu mahojiano mawili kwa mpigo. Asante sana. This is another breaking news. Oburu Odinga sacks his chief of staff, Michael Ouma Agwanda, over alleged disrespectful toward ODM MPs allied to Linda ground factions. This is allegation. We are still yet to confirm that. That is so that is what is happening. Makobura, before even we discuss about hope of Sifuna being like one of the people that people have hope. They have some ray of hope that Sifuna is going to be one of those people who can stop the president, or can be one amongst the options that Kenyan people have to stop the presidency of President William Ruto. By that I mean two-term. This issue of goons, Millie Odhiambo spoke about it. You already mentioned it again. You mentioned it earlier. And you know, the funny part of it is that Millie Odhiambo narrated from her social media that the goons were hired for Sifuna. The main aim was the goons were hired so that they can go and discipline Sifuna because they were not in agreement. And today, Sifuna also confirmed that. And he confirmed that when he was in the radio show. And he said that one of the people who are employed in the hotel where he was supposed to be, or where the meeting was supposed to take place, text him and tell, okay, wewe kuna venye unapangiwa. Sasa my question is, why do we feel, especially, or the person who might have organized for these goons to come and terrorize Sifuna and maybe cause harm to Sifuna, and even if they could have caused harm to Millie Odhiambo, what makes you think that if you use goons, or if you hire goons, especially, will make somebody change his mind? What makes you to feel like that?
To me, if you ask me, I will say it's
okay, sorry. And what is the benefit? What benefits you most, especially because, like, I don't think that Sifuna is somebody who people do not know. Sifuna is somebody who people knows. He is a father, he is a husband, he is a son, yeah, he is an uncle, you know, he is a leader. What makes you think that if you inflict pain in this person, and what does that one make you feel?
To me, I'll say it's just a stupid decision that is made by those people who are failures, political failures, or those people who feel that they are being threatened by the political survival of this particular individual. But again, I can say that yesterday, let me just give you an example. Yesterday I was watching no, I've just seen that clip where the senator of Kisumu and the senator of Vihiga were being hosted by Jeff Koinange at Citizen, and I saw Senator Sotsi saying that it is true that the goons who attacked him worked and works for the senator of Kisumu, that is Professor Ojienda. And he said that in the presence of Professor Ojienda, and he said that yes, it is true. Even if you ask him, he will tell you. But for this particular day, we've talked, and he has assured me it is not him who sent the goons. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? And remember the statement that was made by Murkomen about these particular gentlemen, that they fled the country. Does it make sense? You know, the government has, if they want to come for you, they will come and they can come for you. Whether you are in South Africa or where. Yeah, and they're saying they're here in Uganda. We saw a high profile opposition leader of Uganda was here in the country, in Kenya, and he was arrested in Kenya. So if they know they are in Uganda or Tanzania, what is wrong going for these particular people? What does that tell you? It tells you that there's something that is being hidden. But to me, I think it is so wrong to play with the people's life and to put them at risk just because of politics, just because of power. Why would you send? You're a leader. Why would you send goons to go and attack a leader? And they're also human beings. They have families. They have political ambitions. How would you feel if they do the same to you? And if you send the goons to them, are they going to stop having the standard that they are having? It is not, of course. Why are you threatening them? You know, To me, it is so wrong, and I don't support that kind of move because it simply shows how desperate and how low we still are in terms of politics, because we have security apparatus within the Republic of Kenya. We have the NIS. Why, when we allow these goons to thrive, I'm telling you, we are losing this country. The people who are paying the goons, the people who are breeding the goons, they're the people who will come to realize that truly these people will get out of hand. I can tell you the goons that are being used by, if me, I'm a politician today, I'm using goons to attack you. The following day, if somebody comes to them with a good or a better offer, maybe you come to them, they will, of course, so long as you're paying them, they will accept your offer. And these are people that would have known your moves and your behaviors. These are people who can attack you and finish you anytime. Why do we breed this group, these particular goons? Look at how MP Ongondo was killed in the Republic of Kenya. That is a parliament killed when he was from parliament, from work. What does it? Why are we condoling goons? Why are we breeding goons in the Republic of Kenya? These goons are going to go for these particular leaders. So they better stop breeding and supporting them, because it is them whose lives are at stake in this particular scenario.
Makobura, the saddest part of it is where I still don't understand, or where I still don't comprehend how somebody in the normal senses, you are a leader who is given the mandate to lead the Kenyan people, and you have a political differences, and to an extent whereby you think the only thing that you can do is to hire people and pay them money to inflict pain into somebody's life. This is a life. This is a life. This is not, and remember, when your life is gone, is gone. So when Sifuna was in one of the radio stations today, I think he was in Radio Maisha, and he confirmed that he even had a ticket for Kilifi meeting. He was supposed to go to Kilifi, yet he got the intel from somebody who's working in the hotel that this is going to happen, and he's confirming it. Emilio Odhiambo also said it before Sifuna, and before that, you know how there are quite a number of people who felt like Sifuna is disobeying is not disobeying the party stand, and if you are disobeying the party stand, and maybe your life is going to be at risk, would you risk your life for that? You cannot, because once you're gone, because life is not a rehearsal. Life, you cannot rehearse life. When you're dead, you're dead. Or when somebody beat you up and break your arm or break your leg, nobody's going to fix it for you. And if it is fixed, you're not going to be the same person, So to our politician, I think in the era where we are right now, let us compete on ideology. Kwa Kiswahili tushindane kwa sera. Let us compete on ideology. If you feel you want to beat Senator Edwin Sifuna, or you want to beat anybody who you don't agree with, then compete on ideology. If you can defeat them, it's okay. Because what people want leadership. And, it offers variety, option for people to choose from. You cannot even plant yourself and see that you become the monolithic kind of like a leader, where you feel like, oh, you are the supreme being or supreme semi-deity. We call them semi-gods, whereby you are the person who has to go your way. That is not how it works. So this issue of goonism, especially by our leaders, should be addressed, and I think also like the ministry in charge, especially like CS Kipchumba Murkomen, he should pull up his socks. Today I was listening to Moses Wetangula, And you know, sometimes it's quite much sickening if you listen to what some leaders say. Moses Wetangula today at the burial was saying the main reason why people are looking at Kipchumba Murkomen watches and shoes is because he's coming from a family of nobody. That is your speaker reasoning. Nobody cares where you come from. Nobody cares. But if you're from a family who is well known and how you made your wealth, why should I get concerned? Lakini kama wewe ni mtu ambaye kama mimi mwenye ametoka vichakani, unapata salary 2 months, wewe uko ushajenga gorofa ambayo ni ya miaka 20, unashinda, si lazima watu watakuuliza swali. So kuna maongezi zingine ukisikia maviongozi wanaongea, unashindwa kweli ni kukosa uongozi ama ni vile tu sisi hatuna namna. Unajua hiyo saa zingine inakuwa ni now this is a funeral and is the Speaker of the National Assembly. Anyway, that is our Speaker of National Assembly. That's how it is. Yes, msimamo.
Kaka, kama ulisikiza Okiya Mtata aliyaweka haya maneno yote wote pamoja na akatoa mwelekeo mzuri sana kwa kweli. Mimi kivyangu ulinikosha sana. Yani kama utapata hiyo video ya Okiya Mtata pale Senate jana, alafu ifusikize vizuri haswa kwa makini, yani tumepewa haswa sasa mle mnapotusumbua ndimo ambapo alizungumza huyu kiongozi na kutoa mwelekeo kwamba sasa hii taifa tunaambiwa kwamba uchumi umeimarika, kila kitu kiko sawa, tofauti na rejimu zingine. Yani unashindwa kuelewa kabisa. Unaona, insecurity hakuna. Umefuata ushuhudia yale yanatokea Kitui huko upande wao Usero hasa kwa jamii yetu wale wa Kamba, jamii mbili sasa zozana baina ya Somali na hawa wa Kamba, na lilianza tu mchezo ule mahusiano ule wa Kisomali, akazungumza uongo nywele ngumu nini, na sasa hii ashaanza kutokea masha moto. So najiuliza sasa kama taifa tunaelekea wapi kama tunaanzisha vita swali vya jamii kwa jamii. Tena nangoja mpaka yamwagike alafu ndo nazoa, na ukumbuke kwamba kakishamwagika warudi kwa tele. So tayari kule maisha ya watu yameanza kupotea haswa, mali zinaporwa, maisha ya watu washakwenda, sio watu 7 sio 12 ambao wameshakwenda kufikia sasa. So unajiuliza tunaishi katika taifa ambalo linachezewa karata ama lina seriousness wa kwamba ni katiba yani inachezewa, wala sielewi kwa sababu itakuwaje haswa jamii na jamii iruhusiwe haswa hivi vita ianzishwe hapa. So for real sina usemi mimi, lakini kwa kweli kama utapata hiyo Okiya Mtata amejibu everything na kutoa mwelekeo ambao unatija zaidi. Yani swala la IBC amelizungumzia, swala la corruption amelizungumzia, swala ambalo ni la hela ile ambayo inazuliwa na executive kwamba ndio inapanga kila kitu, ndio imetufikisha hapa. Lakini kama kungekuwa kuna mechanism ambayo imewekwa haswa kwamba parliament na senate na hata bunge lile la county kule mashinani linaweza access ile pesa haswa, kwamba hata rais ikiwezekana kwanza akae mbali asubiri mshahara wake tu, lakini kuwe kuna kitengo kilichowekwa ambacho kitakuwa kinasimamia haswa hela hiyo, lakini haswa kiwe kinasaidiwa zaidi na bunge kuweza kuona kwamba la nafasi ya kuweza lakini sasa hivi tutajuaje kwamba hela ya taifa imeimarika? Tutajuaje haswa kama kila kitu kimeachiwa executive? So kwa kweli masuala mengi ameweza kuyaweka ambayo inaweza kuondoana na hizi shida ambazo tunazizungumza hapa kwa sasa hivi. Ni hayo tu yangu kakaangu leo, maana sijisikii kwa vile ndio naona unakuta leo si changamoto yani.
Okay, pole sana na I'm wishing you quick recovery. Umeze dawa ndio upate kupona. Asante sana.
Na swali langu jepesi hapo utajibu wewe na Mark. Ni vitu ya swali ni hivi, vitu gani haswa vinafaa kuheshimiwa haswa na wote, maana hivyo vitu havijali tajiri wala maskini, lakini ni muhimu sana kwetu na tunafaa tuvipe heshima yani iliyo na tija zaidi. So katika hivi vitu ambavyo tunafaa tuvipe heshima ni vitu gani haswa?
Mimi kama sijakosea, labda Makobura atasema yake. Mimi nasema kwamba uhai
lazima, na ndivyo hivyo pia nilikuwa nataka kusema
uhai ni muhimu sana.
Uhai ni kawaida, ni sawa sawa tu na tuseme kwamba umuhimu tutii katiba yetu, lakini vile tunaweza sema pia muhimu zaidi ni kumjua Mungu. Vile naweza nikasema ni vitu tu ni vile ni vya jadi, yani vile hatuwezi ni mandato, lakini sasa kuna vile ambavyo ni vitu vyenye tumevitengeza kwa mikono yetu, tunafaa tuvipe heshima haswa kabisa, kwa sababu vivyo havituachi, yani havituachi kabisa, viko karibu na sisi mpaka, so tunafaa tuvipe heshima. Ni vitu kama gani, ili ni kapumzike vizuri nikipata jibu la swali langu. Ni jepesi tu,
labda tuseme vitu ambazo ziko karibu nasi
na tunafaa, maana havituachi na tunafaa tuvipe heshima, japo tuvipe heshima kikabila, lakini ni muhimu zaidi. Jamani, ni vitu gani?
Ile hewa ambayo si tunapumua, hizo ni vitu ambazo ziko na sisi. Hewa
natural ile ni ya Mungu, lakini hivyo vitu tumevitengeza wenyewe.
Mojawapo ni katiba.
Jamani, kama mmeshindwa nipeni mji, kwa sababu baba ndo alikuwa na hivyo. Nipeni mji ili niwajibie kwa haraka haraka nikapumzike.
Unapelekwa kule kwa wakongwe kule bana.
Cha kwanza heshimu jembe, maana jembe halitakuacha mpaka likusindikize. Cha pili heshimu shepe, maana halitakuacha mpaka lijue kwamba msimamo haswa ndio huyu. Lakini vile pia tusisahau na panga. Asante, muwe na usiku mwema, maana hivyo tu ndio
moja kama hujaenda unajua hapa Makobura
hatuvipi heshima yake kwa sababu tunavidharau, lakini vitakusindikiza mpaka mwisho. Ni vina urafiki wa kweli.
Hebu ambia Makobura maana ya sepe hapo, kaka juu yayo.
Spade. So kiona spade yes, kwa sababu hiyo ndio rafiki wa kweli ambaye atakufuata japo na mdharau, lakini atakwenda na wewe na urafiki mpaka haswa mazima kuone ndio huyu jamaa wangu tumweka hapa ndo umeacha. Sote jamani tuvipe heshima.
Makobura umeelewa?
Mpo lakini
ni sawa, lakini nina wanasema aje? Anyway, it's okay.
Havina tija, maana havina maana, lakini havikuachi. Uongo si uongo. Vivyo vitakwenda nao mpaka vihakikishe kwamba vimekusindikiza kwa amani. Kwanza vitakutengenezea sehemu nzuri. So hivyo ndio rafiki wa kweli, lakini mbona tunavidharau? Lakini kesho nitaleta mantiki ya kwa nini nimezungumzia hivi vimbo, maana nitakuwa pengine nimepata nguvu zaidi. Then nitakuja kueleza hili fumbo jepesi hili, kwa nini nimevitaja hivi vitu kwamba vina urafiki gani katika maisha ya mwanadamu. Kwa kweli huyo ni rafiki wa kweli, yeye na Mwenyezi Mungu, yeye na Yesu Kristo. Mimi sioni tofauti, maana hawakuachi.
Okay. Thank you so much my brother for that teaching. Naona Judy ameshangaa sana. Judy, wewe wakati
ambapo mimi yangu basi
Judy, wewe wakati ambapo mwalimu wa Kiswahili alikuwa anakuja darasani, wewe ulikuwa wapi?
Nilikuwa nachungulia kwa dirisha. Babaya sana, lakini
ama
yes,
wewe unajua inanikumbusha wakati ambapo tulikuwa tuko shule ya upili.
Not alone. Hata Judith pia ajui hiyo shepe ni nini. Peke yangu.
Okay, so okay, Makobura, we were just having a conversation, especially on Edwin Sifuna, because like today when he was having interview, there are people who are suggesting that and telling that Edwin Sifuna, if you don't run for presidency, just tell us in advance so that we can know, But even so that we know, but Edwin Sifuna says something that this thing is not all about Sifuna. This thing is about our country. And if you look at even the polls that came the other day, especially that was done in Vihiga, you find that the people who are pairing with Sifuna currently, if election was held today,
they're rating too high.
Yeah,
not forgetting that I also saw another one by Mizani that was done for political parties, and we're seeing that the Linda Mwananchi team is in the lead, followed by UDA, followed by ODM
DCP.
ground. Yeah,
and DCP also had a quite DCP.
Yeah,
DCP had DCP was up there, But now, in your own assumption, when you look at it, especially Edwin Sifuna is insisting this is not about Sifuna, this is about the people. And do you think the majority of Kenyans, or those who are having the same political view as Edwin Sifuna, understand what Edwin Sifuna says, that it is not all about me, this is about the country?
Yeah, it is true. It is not all about Edwin Sifuna. Edwin Sifuna ni kama tu kioo. Kwa Kiswahili msimama angekuwa hapa tungesema ni kama kioo. It's just doing a reflection. It's just mirroring what is happening on this other side. And is a representation of what is being experienced by the people. It's simply representing, let me put it that way. But the truth of the matter is he's been representing the views of the majority. Well, even the side of the president, they're representing the views of the majority. But the difference here is the side of the government, as much as they are proclaiming to be siding with the wananchi, what is coming out or what is being seen by the people is contrary. It's totally different. And the question people are asking then is, well, they are the drivers. He is the driver. He is the one who is driving this vehicle. But still, he's not doing it in the right way. He's doing so in a careless manner. And the people are worried. So somebody is coming back to remind him that you are doing it in a careless manner. Instead of listening to this person so that he can change in the manner in which he's driving, instead of changing or doing it better, he's even doing it worse. And even sending his conductor and his close allies to attack that person, to tell him to be silent. And the president is also coming back and telling the people that we are on the right track, but people are seeing he's not, we are not. So Edwin Sifuna is simply reminding them, together with the team, together with the people who are following this particular movement. The only question that we are asking as a people is, it is not the first time we are seeing the likes of Sifuna. William Samoei Ruto, while he was serving as the deputy president, behaved and partly confused the people that he was the right person should he have been given the opportunity. But what we are witnessing is contrary from what he had made the people to believe that he is. So that is the only worry that is there amongst the people. But majority are saying, at least this other side, the Sifuna team, they are slightly still young in politics. Maybe they've not seen the bad side. They've not learned the many bad behaviors that are done within the political class. Maybe they are going, there's that probability. So that is why there is a benefit of doubt on this other side, and probably it is seen that they might save the country compared to what we are witnessing as a people today.
So now, when you come and people are a majority of people, especially, even like I was listening to those who are making calls in one of the radio stations where Edwin Sifuna was having an interview. Their main concern was about the presidency or the leadership and what next. Are you going to run for presidency? And as I say, that it is not about how will especially those who believe on what Sifuna is doing internalize this and come out and say that this is not all about Sifuna running for presidency. This is all about us working for our country or making our country better, or maybe offering solution or alternative leadership apart from the one that we.
I like the fact that you said it's not about Edwin Sifuna, because if Sifuna decides that he's going for presidency today,
Mm-hmm.
without having a strong opposition,
Mm-hmm.
then still, even if it is all about Edwin Sifuna, they're still not going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the fact that he said it is not all about him, it is about the country.
Mm-hmm.
Having acknowledged the fact that it is all about the country, then that then brings them or takes them back to the drawing board, and they have to do an analysis. Well, they are going to fight a political giant who is at the throne. It is not easy to remove him in that particular throne that is currently enjoying. So the only thing they need to do is strategize, is to consolidate, is to join forces. This would mean that you'll be joining forces even with the people with a different thinking or a different political view. But the reason why you're getting together or consolidating this is because you need to have a lot of power behind you. So that is where then the conflict is going to come. That even should the Edwin Sifuna team win, still you'll not receive 100%. The expectations that are already there would still not be met 100%, because there are some people who are going to be within that government who their views, who their thoughts, who their aspirations were totally different from the driver itself. I don't know whether that is clear.
Okay, because the reason why I'm asking you this, one of the things that we are looking at, because like if you listen to Edwin Sifuna, majority of his view and his vision is anchored on the constitution that we have, talking about the rights and freedom of that constitution. But at the end of the day, what matters is how are you going to make sure that what you are preaching is what is going to take place, and make sure that you come and win, bearing in mind that you are dealing with incumbency, and the incumbency that you're dealing with, apart from being incumbent, he enjoy massive, especially when it comes to resources. He's somebody who has the resources, because you would see, especially most of the time, you get information like when people go to State House, they don't just come out. They are have to come out with something, So how will you make sure that the believing in Sifuna as a ray of hope for alternative leadership win at the end of the day?
Just like I did say, there's a lot that has to be done. Calling the name of Sifuna here, left, right, and center, or people expecting that Sifuna, as he is, can deliver the presidency, it is not easy, because there is much that is involved. Let's start from maybe a brief on the campaign. It requires a lot of money, movement.
Mobilization
requires a lot of money. People coming together, political class coming together, or politicians coming together to partly agree that they're going to give this support. And there is a lot of negotiation within the political parties that want to form that particular government. And as that particular arrangement would be in process, there's a lot of commitment here and there. All those kind of things defines the next move. It can either tie you, it can either give you more power, it can, there's a lot. So if you ask me that particular question, then I can say that there is so much that is involved, and all these much that are involved, probably there is a majority of Kenyans that might not get to understand. But if truly majority of them are in support of this particular movement, then we've seen in the United States of America, it is not political parties or politicians who wants to vie for those particular positions. They are not the ones who are financing their political campaigns, if I'm not wrong. I hope that's true. So partly, if Kenyans wants this particular movement, then they also have to be part of it. Being part of it, starting from, of course, matters to do with finance and even the decision making, because when you find a majority of people coming out to show you support, then even if you are getting in arrangement with other political parties, you will have the higher hand or upper hand of telling them, no, I'm getting this support from the people. So even if you are coming, come knowing that this is a people-driven agenda. This is a people-driven political movement. So those are some of the things that has to be in, that has to be clarified. And maybe what I can also add is going for presidency again. It is not an easy thing. We've seen quite a number of people gone for these particular presidencies, and especially the first timers. It is not always easy for them. Look at the Republic of Kenya. We've had Raila went for it for the first time, second, third, fourth.
But President William Ruto went for the first time and he got it.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Remember, President William Samoei Ruto was a deputy president.
Raila was the prime minister.
The most immediate deputy president, and of course had so many insiders, not just insiders. While he was serving his second term, he used his second term. He was actually not in office performing his duties as the deputy president, but he was actually planning on how he was going to win the presidency.
Because
so those should be two different things.
We know the relationship between him and former president. That did not give him the opportunity to work.
That's why I'm saying his second term, as he was, of course, still the deputy president, what he did was he spent most of his time trying to structure and to ensure that he laid a foundation of what was going to happen for him next. Remember, he was doing all these things. He had a structured way of going to do it that even the president who was in power was not fully aware of what was being structured. So partly it was a smart move. But again, just like I was saying, in Africa, we've not had quite a lot, especially the people who are coming from the outside. He is a senator today. He is a senator. I'm not saying he's an outsider, but having in mind what government mean and what it entails, I can say that he is an outsider. And again, still a young person. It is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. But again, there are so many things that has to be looked into. The person that is going to, if he decides that he's going for presidency, this person who is going to select as the deputy would also as well matter.
Play a role.
Yeah. Or if he is also selected as the deputy president, that again, the person who goes for presidency as well will matter. But remember, I said this not once, so many times I've said that the people that you are currently seeing, remember Edwin Sifuna's name was not mentioned this time that people are speaking about presidency. These are names which are currently coming out. Remember, I told you sometimes back that the names that you are seeing today, you might not see them towards the last times of these particular events. But again, the people that you do not even think of, and we've started seeing this, people did not really think or believe that Edwin Sifuna would be mentioned in this particular move for as a presidential candidate. So still, people are doing analysis. The young people are doing analysis. Majority of them have put it squarely, and they are very particular on who they are not going to elect.
Okay.
They know it is on their list, but the person they are going to elect, still they do not know. But what they are doing is an analysis. That analysis might give some people opportunity, or the names that have always been mentioned, they might be added to the list as a bonus, but not really as candidates.
So before we wind up, I was just also going through another Mizani Africa. This is the one that was done, a poll that was done, like posted around 9 hours ago, and this one was done in Kisumu. Then an unified ODM, that is April 2026, ODM is at 71%, UDA it has 11. ODM was dominant, consolidated, and unchanged. Now post-split, ODM Linda Mwananchi is having 36.2. Then ODM Linda Ground is having 19.1. That is in Kisumu, and UDA is coming third with 24.5. And this you have to know that UDA, to me, I would say that UDA has done well. Actually, if UDA can have 24.5 in Kisumu after ODM, that's good for president. And that should be a worrisome for the ODM, especially both of the groups, then combined ODM, if the combined ODM is 53.3, lost almost 15.7 points. UDA, I told you, UDA gained something like around 12. And that is a plus. In politics, when you can gain 12 where is not your political base, it means UDA so far, right now, they're on the right track, consolidating and getting new members. And that should be a worrisome for ODM, especially where they say this is their base. So, and if you, in conclusion, is that the Sifuna Linda Mwananchi faction has captured the core opposition base, especially because, majority of people align, especially with their style of politics and how they do their politics as compared to the Linda ground, But all in all, if you put it in all, OGM still, ODM, whether split or Linda Ground and Linda Mwananchi, both of them are still combined. ODM still enjoys massive support, especially from Kisumu County, and that is according to the polls that were done. Makobura, let me take this opportunity to thank you so much, and I know we'll be here tomorrow also to discuss about the happenings of the day. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.